G'day, my name's Jess. Welcome to my channel and my video today where I'm going to be talking about how I am a complete and utter newbie to skincare and what I'm going to be doing moving forward with my skincare, because I have a history of skin cancer and I'm also 40 this year, and I figured it was probably about time to start taking my skincare seriously. So I'm going to cover exactly what I'm planning to do moving forward. So I just turned 40 this year, and for the first time I've decided to take my skincare seriously. Now, I have been doing something, and that is sunscreen. Now, the reason I've been doing sunscreen is because when I was 20 years old, I had a basal cell carcinoma, skin cancer, cut out of my lip. You can see the scar here. And that was a bit of a wake-up call for me. Now, I live in Queensland, Australia, where it is sunny, 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 and it is super, super deadly sun, basically. Hi, Alice. What you doing? Come here. Come here. Alice doesn't need to worry about skincare, do you? No. What is this? What is this? Except maybe on her nose. But we keep her out of the sun in the middle of the day as well for that reason. I've also had a squamous cell carcinoma, which was burnt off my chest here last year, which has formed a hypertrophic scar. I'm actually planning on getting scar revision surgery for that one because it's right here. Yeah, it healed badly. I've just literally this week gotten something else cut off my shoulder, which may or may not be a skin cancer. I don't know yet, but it looked pretty suspicious. So chances are I'm probably going to end up with more, even though since 20 I've been pretty careful. But I didn't know, and I didn't realize that, you know, being inside the house and just that ambient light that comes in is also dangerous. I've always been good about sun protection when I've gone outside to be in the sun, but I've not worn it all the time. And going down this skincare rabbit hole, that's something I've learned is really, really important. So that's something I'm starting to do as of now, is to wear sunscreen all day, every day, all year round from now on. And I'm interested to see what results that will have. Also, obviously, hitting 40, I'm starting to see some signs of aging in my face. I've always had pretty good skin. Like, I've never had acne except for the occasional pimple here and there around my period. So it's not something I've ever really thought about. Like, yeah, sure, in the past I've occasionally like whacked some moisturizer on in winter when my skin's gotten dry and something, but it's not something I've ever really thought about or taken seriously. The last few years though, I have taken up some sports, which mean I'm outside in the sun a bit more, like swimming, ocean swimming, and softball in the summer. So I'm trying to be even better about my sun protection than I ever was before. And I can start to see some damage happening in my cheeks, especially because when I'm swimming, I've got a swimming cap on, I've got a long sleeve protectant rashie on. So this part is what's exposed. So I'm starting to see some effects there, and I want to do my best to reverse that or mitigate and prevent that from getting worse. So this video really is just the beginning of my journey. What I want to do today is show me. It's for my own self, really. I just thought I'd make a video in case this helps other people. Have a look at my skin, what the current state of it is, and then do a check-in like every 3 months going forward to see what impact my routine has. I'm also going to share what I've learned so far about chemicals and what you should do with your skin and why. I've talked to my doctor about it, and I'm going to talk about what she's recommended for the prevention of skin cancers going forward. And I'm going to share the products I'm going to be using and the routine that I plan on using going forward. Now, my plan is to build this up slowly, so like adding a product a week just to see how it affects my skin, because if I add it all at once, I'm not going to know what's having what impact. Like, if I react to something, I'm not going to know what it is unless I take it slowly. And I have also a bunch of different sunscreens that I'm going to try. I have chemical sunscreens and mineral sunscreens. I've heard a lot about mineral sunscreens while I've been researching skincare, and that's not something I've really tried before, so I want to give that a go as well. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, and I'll share that stuff with you. I might do a separate video on sunscreens. I don't know, we'll see. But today it's just going to be what I've learned, the routine that I'm going to implement based on what my doctors told me and what research I have done myself. So let's start by having a look at this current state of the situation. All right. So as I said, I've got this scar here from my surgery. I had to get a plastic surgeon to do that because I was 20, and he did a really good job. Like, he did like a Z shaped incision, so it went up my lip, across the top of my lip, and up again. And you can see a little bit of pink missing there, but I don't even see it anymore because it's just been part of my face for so long. I know it's there. Most people don't notice it though. So I also have dark under eye circles, which for me, I believe is genetic. I've had them my whole life. I've never really tried to get rid of them, to be honest, but we'll see if anything happens with them throughout this journey. You can see I also have a bit of a droopy eye here, and so my eyelid's getting, this is my small eye, and my eyelid's getting a bit droopy, so I'm kind of hoping to do something about that because I really don't like how that looks. You can see this butterfly birthmark here. Again, I think that's genetic. I don't think anything's going to happen with that. I have a few little red marks, but that's just from wearing glasses, which I normally wear. So you can see I've got lots of lines, especially when I smile, around here on both sides. And they are visible in certain light when I'm not smiling as well. I have my dad's face, and he has these massive smile lines all over his cheeks. So I have that in my future as well. I've got this little red patch on my ear here, if you can see that, which I am slightly concerned is something. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. Oh yeah, I've also got a lot of lines forming up here. You can probably see a few little permanent sort of ones. Now, just overall, you can see, well, I don't know if you can see, but there's a bit of a difference between my forehead and my cheeks. Like, this is much less pigmented. You can see the pigmentation more in my cheeks, in this area, and going down my neck. And it's the same on this side, in this area. I think it's actually a bit worse on this side, which is the driver's side in Australia. So yeah, so that's basically how things are looking now. My goal, what I really want to do is increase skin turnover, reduce this pigmentation and prevent it from happening. Maybe reduce some of the fine lines. I don't know whether anything will happen with my under eye circles or any of the kind of redness in my skin. My neck's in pretty good nick. There's a few little lines forming. I've got a little bit of droop happening just along the jawline here and under the neck. I think that's probably fatty deposits as much as anything. I have lost some weight in the last few years, but I'm hoping to lose a little bit more, which should kind of tighten this up a little bit over the next 6 months or so. And yeah, obviously I'm going to keep an eye on this one as well. And I'll just tip this down. So this scar, it's like right in the middle of my chest. So we'll see what happens with the revision surgery, which will be in about possibly 4 or 5 months' time. It takes forever to get into the plastic surgeon. It's December 2021 and I've got a consultation in late March. So that's just the consultation. So who knows when I'll actually get the surgery done. But I'm going to document the progress of that as well and see how it comes out. So yeah, so I've had these 2 skin cancers already. I've got the one that has just been cut out of my shoulder, which I haven't got the results for yet, but I suspect is probably a basal cell carcinoma. So yeah, I'm gonna go through now all of the things that I've learnt and the routine that I'm planning on doing going forward. I'm not sure which is louder, the air conditioner or the cicadas outside. We'll see how we go. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the routine that I have developed for myself and how I'm going to implement it, and we'll see how we go. So I have like an AM routine and a PM routine. So the first thing is in the morning is cleansing. So some people just cleanse with water or rinse with water. I tend to have somewhat oily skin, so I have this Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I was actually already using this, and I've been using this for I think a couple of years now. And the reason I really like it is because it's a bit foamy, but it's very cleansing. It's not too heavy, like it's quite light, but I really like this and it seems to agree with my skin quite well. It has a bit of hyaluronic acid in it, although if you look at the ingredients, it's like the last ingredient, so there can't be that much in there. So that is the first step in the morning, and generally that'll be when I wake up, or after I, you know, if I do a workout at home, I'll have a shower and I'll just wash my face in the shower with that. And then the next thing is some serums. So I have a couple of serums planned in my routine. The first one I'm starting with is The Ordinary's hyaluronic acid, which is a 2% plus B5. So the idea behind hyaluronic acid is it's supposed to lock in the moisture on your skin and help your skin retain moisture. So that is the first step. The second one is vitamin C. So I've got this one, which is another Ordinary product. The vitamin C suspension 23% plus HA spheres. So now that is hyaluronic acid spheres. So I'm not sure if I need, you know, the hyaluronic acid and the vitamin C, because it's already got HA spheres in here, but we'll see how we go. I might switch to another vitamin C, or I don't know yet. So the idea behind the vitamin C is that it's a brightening product. So it's supposed to basically help to reduce hyperpigmentation in the skin, because it's like an antioxidant. So that's the next step in the routine, will be the vitamin C. And then the third part will be variable. So I've kind of got an idea in my head that I'll have like a winter routine and a summer routine, because here in summer it's really hot and sweaty. My skin, I really don't need moisturizer during the day, because it, you know, the sunscreen I put on tends to be moisturizing enough, especially if I've been starting to experiment with mineral sunscreens, and they have a lot of oil in them as the carrier. I've actually got some on now. I've been using it for a couple of days. It's this one, this Natio mineral sunscreen. So I've actually bought a ton of like different face sunscreens to try, because I really want to find the sunscreen for me. Well, actually I need two. I need like a normal everyday one and a sport swimming one for when I'm swimming. So I've been wearing this one for a couple of days. It is a bit greasy. I find the mineral sunscreen, like in my hair, around my hairline, it's like getting up into my hair, and my skin feels very very greasy and oily, because it has an oil carrier. So I'm not sure how that's going to go long term. The only thing that's really nice about this that I struggle with normal sunscreen is the eyes. Like, I can't put normal sunscreen near my eyes, or my eyes just water constantly. Although I have found one thing, which was this La Roche-Posay Sunscreen. This is the tinted version, only because I couldn't get the normal version, but this is formulated for sensitive eyes, and I actually tried this last week for a day or so, and it seemed to be okay. I could put it around my eye. So I think it's kind of one, you can't mix mineral and chemical sunscreen, so it's kind of going to be, I'm either going to end up going with mineral sunscreens, or I'm going to go with some sort of chemical sunscreen and this around my eye area, and something else for the rest of my face, because this stuff is super expensive for a sunscreen. So it's not something I want to use like all over my face. I'd rather use something else. So that's the plan. Again, with sunscreens, I'm going to experiment with a bunch of them and kind of do one for a week and see how it goes. So getting back to the AM routine, we hadn't actually got there yet to sunscreen. The next step in summer, the plan is to put some of this on, which is an Ordinary Niacinamide 10% plus zinc. And again, this is a blemish anti-wrinkle formula. The idea is that it will help to reduce this pigmentation. So, and it has a lot of benefits actually, the niacinamide. It also can reduce potentially wrinkles and blemishes on the skin. All of that, and then in summer I will just put a sunscreen on over those serums, because like I said, I sweat even just like, I'm in air conditioning now, because otherwise it would be gross up in here. So yeah, I don't need a moisturizer in the morning. In winter, however, I'm planning on replacing my niacinamide serum with this CeraVe PM moisturizing lotion underneath potentially my sunscreen. So this has 3 essential ceramides, niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. So in winter I can probably ditch the hyaluronic acid and niacinamide serums and just use this instead with some vitamin C in my morning routine to give me a bit more moisture in my skin at that time of year. So that's the plan. Also in the morning I'm planning on trying this CeraVe Eye Repair Cream around my eye area, because you can't, well, I have sensitive eyes, I have dry eyes as well, so I have to be really careful about what I put around my eyes. So I'm going to try this eye cream and see if it's any good. So that's kind of, don't know, we'll see. And then finally, of course, in the morning, sunscreen for my face and for the rest of my body as well. I have a bunch of body sunscreens. My 2 favorites, just for fun goodies, are these 2. The Latan coconut lotion. I just love this so much. It's just smells so amazing. This is the smell of summer to me, because I've been wearing this for years. Everybody loves it. They're like, you smell so good. So I really love this one. And it's 4 hours water resistant, so it's great for when I'm swimming. But it's a bit, I mean, it says it's non-greasy. It's a bit greasy when you put it on. It's quite, you know, a little bit sticky. So at the moment, for around the house when I'm not going like swimming, I wear this one. I'll get the newer, this one's hard to see, it's a bit old. I'll get the newer version, which is this Hawaiian silk one. So it's 50 plus, broad spectrum. I actually discovered this when I was in Hawaii, which is great, and it's reef friendly as well. Now that's the thing about this coconut stuff, is that I realized recently is it's not reef friendly. So I've stopped wearing it so much when I go swimming, and I've actually started wearing this one instead, which is marine safe and reef safe, so oceans. But this one is also reef friendly, which is great. It's just a very small container. So because I do go outside so much and swim so much, I need something that's a bit more affordable if I can get it. So that's why this one, and also the Latan is not super cheap either, so I'm going to keep trying different ones, but this one's really nice for around the house daytime. It's got a really nice subtle smell to it, and it's got a really nice feel to it. Like, you're never going to get a sunscreen that doesn't feel a bit, you know, sticky or, you know, moisturizing on your skin. This one, though, it's quite a silky feeling. I think it's really nice. Like, I don't feel gross and sticky so much when I'm wearing this one. So this is the Current Body sunscreen. Okay, so at night time, now this is where I was talking to my doctor, and that's where some of this comes in as well. So I'm just going to pause here and talk about what my doctor said. As I said earlier in the video, I've had a few skin cancers, and a big part of this for me, yes, obviously I want my skin to look nice, and that's what a lot of these serums and things are about. But the main thing for me is protecting my skin and reducing the chances of getting skin cancer moving forward. So my doctor actually told me to take this. It is a vitamin B3 or nicotinamide. Now this is basically almost the same, like this is niacinamide. It's basically B3 just in different forms, right? So this is topical and this is systemic. So she told me that there's actually scientific evidence behind the fact that if you're taking vitamin B3, it actually helps to stabilize your DNA and in your skin, and reduces the chances of mutations that cause BCCs and SCCs. So there are 3 types of skin cancer. BCCs are basal cell carcinomas, SCCs are squamous cell carcinomas, and then there's melanoma. Doesn't apparently affect melanoma so much, but there's evidence that it can reduce BCC and SCC occurrence in the skin. Now you have to be taking this twice a day, so it's 500 milligram. She told me to take it twice a day, every day, basically forever, especially in summer when I'm getting a lot of sun exposure, to help to, you know, stabilize. Now, some of the other benefits, it just says supports skin and body mucous membrane health, supports energy levels, relieves tiredness, assists metabolism. yeah, so apparently B3 is a bit of a wonder drug for the skin. So that is something that she told me to do. All right, so let's move on to the nighttime routine. Now, there's a bit of variability with this because I don't plan on doing the exact same thing every night. There's going to be a bit of backwards and forwards. But the first thing is an oil cleanse. Now, I've not done this before. This is interesting. I've only ever just used this, which I will use again in the evening, so twice a day. But I got this oil cleansing, this cleansing oil, Palmer's, and I also got a Wonder Cloth. Now, this is apparently you just can put this in water and it will wipe off like makeup and stuff. I don't really wear makeup. For me, it's more about getting all the sunscreen off me at the end of the day because it's, you know, all oily, especially the mineral stuff I've discovered. Like, so I figured if I got this, that would definitely cut through the oil and just get the sunscreen off me and any makeup if I wear it. I don't have any on right now except some tinted lip balm. It's pretty much all I wear on a daily basis. And then followed up by this to cleanse the oil off. So that's the cleansing step. Again, like I said, I tend to have oily skin, so I need to get the oil off again. I can't just use an oil cleanser. It will not be good, I don't think. Okay, so the next step after that is the niacinamide again. So getting some more of that into me. And then either a retinol or a peel. Okay, so let's start with the peel. I have a couple of options that I'm going to try. So the first one is this one. It's again another ordinary product, lactic acid, 10% plus HA, which I'm assuming is hyaluronic acid. Sodium hyaluronate, sounds about right. So that's going to be, it's a bit of a chemical peel. So that's supposed to like take layers off your skin, right? To show the clean new skin coming through, the healthy young new skin coming through. And this is the other one I got to try, which is an Olay mask. And it's a vitamin A peel. So it's a vitamin A plus AHA resurfacing peel. Now this one apparently, the lactic acid one, you just like put on and leave on. But this one you're supposed to wash off again. So I think this one's probably a little bit more intense. It's got, where is it? It's the vitamin C resurfacing mask and then an AHA peel activator. And if I look at the ingredients, so it's got lactic acid as well. So I'm going to try this or this. I'm going to try them at different times and see how they affect me. But the idea is to build up to doing like a peel maybe 2 or 3 nights a week, potentially. We'll see how my skin feels and how it goes. And then of course the other thing to do in the evening is a retinol or a retinoid of some type, because I am 40 now, so it's time to start using one of these. So I've just got my list here that I'm looking at. I have a couple of things to try. Now, when I was talking to my doctor about the skin cancer thing, I said, look, what do you think about a retinol to, you know, increase cell turnover? Because that way, you know, I'm increasing my cell turnover and hopefully reducing the chance that a cell will mutate before it leaves my skin. So she did give me a prescription for an actual tretinoin, which is like the highest level vitamin A cream that's like directly active. I have 3 levels of retinoid that I'm going to like work my way up. So the first level is, again, another ordinary product, just so affordable. Grand active retinoid, 5% in squalene. So I've actually tried this in the past years ago when I didn't understand skincare at all. Someone just said, hey, you should try this, one of my good friends. And I kind of used it a bit and then stopped because I didn't really have a motivation to keep using it. So I'm going to try that. And I'm starting with once a week. And I'm going to do that for a few weeks. And then I'm going to build it up twice a week, 3 times a week. Probably, and then like every other night is what I'm aiming for. And we'll see how that goes. And then alternating that with the peel. Then the next step up is this one. Although I'm thinking about using the eye cream from now, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. So this is a vitamin A and vitamin E gradual release serum by Avène. So I've got the duo here of the face and the eye cream. So this has like retin in it, which is retinol. There's like 3 stages. There's retinol, and then retin or something, and then the actual tretinoin. So if you put retinol on your skin, it has to go through like 2 stages to get to tretinoin level, and this apparently skips that first stage and it's the second stage. So I'm going to go up to this one after I've been using the Granactive retinoid for a while and see how that goes. And if and when my skin is happy with this one, that is when I am going to move on to the retinoin. The tretinoin, which here in Australia, this is the one I've been given, Retrieve cream. So it's tretinoin 0.05%. So that is going to be the final step in the retinol journey. So I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to this one, but we'll see how we go. And the idea with that is to use it on my face, my neck and my chest, backs of my hands, and see if that increases. Now, retinol is apparently the thing that has the most research and the most history behind it, that it really, really does improve your skin. Like I said, it increases skin turnover, increases the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, increases basically the health and vitality of your skin. So that is the most important ingredient. So I really want to make sure that I do that properly and work my way up to that one. And that is pretty much it, except finally the last step of an evening is obviously moisturization after I put the retinol on. So I have, again, 2 options here. In summer, when it's hot and sweaty, I'm just going to use the CeraVe lotion because it's a lightweight moisturizing lotion. So well, that's the plan, is to try this and see how it goes. In winter, when it's colder, I got this to try, which is Olay Cream. So it's the Regenerist Micro Sculpting Night Cream. So that is what I'm going to try in the cooler months when I need a bit more moisture. Although, you know, we'll see how my skin reacts. Like if the retinol really dries my skin out, maybe I'll need the heavy stuff in the evening as well, and in which case I will totally do that. So it's all a big experiment really, but I'm excited to try it out and interested to see what the results are going to be. Honestly, at this point, I mean, looking at all of these things, lotions and potions, it seems a bit overwhelming at this point. Like, it took me a bit of research to get to this point, and I know there's other things like peptides and stuff that I am not using yet, and maybe I will in the future and that'll change, but this is kind of where I got to looking at the evidence of what is scientifically proven to actually have an effect on the skin. I don't want to waste my time using stuff that doesn't have any evidence behind it. So yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully I will stick to it. You know, I've got my bathroom all set up with all of this in here, and it's just a case of, you know, making it a habit and remembering to do it, and hopefully it will have some sort of impact on my skin, and I will see an improvement in the appearance of my skin, but also over time, hopefully it will be healthier and I will see less skin damage and healthier skin that hopefully will mean no skin cancers in the future. Fingers crossed. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below. I'm like absorbing skincare knowledge like a sponge right now, so I'd love to hear from you, what you know about it, what you do, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Just let me know. Let me know if you want to hear more, if you'd like to see my follow-up videos. If you'd be interested in that, I'd love to hear from you in the comments.